What's up, superstars? We are going to be showing you guys how we put this hoodie together from start to finish using Kittl and using our DTF transfers. So make sure you guys watch till the end. And as a bonus, we're actually releasing this for the very first time. It's going to be a limited drop, so check out the link below. What's up, superstars? On today's video, I'm going to show you guys how easy it is to create a multi-million-dollar design just like Denim Tears. Now, if you guys haven't heard of Denim Tears before, they've really taken the streetwear market by storm over the past year. It's a hot ticket item not only because of the design and story, but it has deep connections and influence in the hip-hop world. So if you guys haven't checked out Tremaine Emery and Denim Tears, make sure you guys check out their cool site today. Now, if you guys have been on that site, you guys know most of their hoodies are going to cost upwards to $300. That's a nice piece of band you're going to be paying for a hoodie, but make sure you guys watch till the end. I'm going to be sharing some knowledge on how to design something like this from scratch. I'm going to cover all the ins and outs, tips and tricks, anything that you need in order to create a masterpiece hoodie design. Now, I'm also going to be doing things a little bit different and changing it up a bit. I'm going to be using a lotus flower instead of the cotton symbol. I chose the lotus flower because I also wanted to use a singular symbol that had a strong meaning. Just like the cotton that Denim Tears use, the lotus flower is one of Asia's most popular flowers and it's been used since ancient times. It represents peace, purity, and enlightenment. Now, feng shui masters love these flowers, and the lotus is said to turn bad luck into good luck. And there's a quote that I'm actually going to be incorporating into this hoodie, so I wanted to share that with you guys. No matter the murkiness of our circumstances, we have the potential to rise above and bloom. Now, if you guys ever had a chance to see a lotus flower in the wild, it's usually nested and grown in murky, still black water, and you just can't see a blooming lotus flower. So that's what I'm going to be incorporating into the design. For the designing, I'm going to be using Kittl. It's an awesome web-based design program that you guys can use on the computer, phone, tablet, just about anywhere to produce fantastic artwork. There's a free version, but for a limited time, they are offering our users a $25 off on any of their Kittl plans. So make sure you guys check them out if you guys haven't today. So let's go ahead and dive into Kittl and let's take a look at all the design tools and how we're going to be creating this masterpiece. All right, guys, first thing we're going to do is let's open up our web, and I'm going to go ahead and load up kittl.com. Now, the inspiration that I'm drawing from is going to be the Denim Tears, and I just want to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like in case you guys are not familiar. Me being in LA, if we drive around LA, I'm sure you guys will see people rocking this very loud hoodie. Usually it's comboed with sweatpants as well, so it's one whole unique outfit that they're wearing. And here you guys can see it's $265, actually went down a bit. But here's the design. They use one symbol to go through the whole hoodie, and I'm just gonna be using this as a little bit of an inspiration. Now let's go ahead and head over to Kittl. I'm gonna go ahead and click on New Project. All right, so settings. What we wanna do is we always wanna choose the t-shirt setting because t-shirts are usually a lot bigger than the web, so that you'll get a higher resolution image. I'm gonna change this to inches so that we have where everything is going to be easily read in inches. I also want this as big as possible, so I left it the default at 150 inches, which is fine because I'm going to do the resizing afterwards. Next thing I want to do now I have my blank canvas is I'm going to go ahead and use Kittl AI, and I'm going to go ahead and do an image generator, and then I'm going to populate a white lotus flower. Let's do that top-down view. All right, let's see what this prompt generates. I basically want to generate a lotus flower in high resolution, and I'd rather it have a top-down perspective of the design. This is one. I'm going to see if just by changing it up a little bit, if lotus flower top-down view, if it will change it. I just kind of want a couple options here so that I can choose the best one for our design. Here's another, which I think it's better. It has less petals than this one here. I think it overall will look better on the hoodie, less flowers, so slightly more masculine. So I'm gonna choose this one. I'm happy with it. I like the way it looks. First thing I wanna do is, I'm gonna show you guys two options. So let's go ahead and duplicate this file here. All I did is press Alt and I dragged it to the side. I always like to create an extra copy of this so that I don't mess up the edits, and I can always tweak this and revert back to the original design that I like. If I want to click on their Copilot, I can go white lotus flower downward. So here are some, I just typed anything and then they just showed me some options. You know, if you choose this, it'll be like that. But again, I don't want the view like this. I'd rather have a top-down view. So you can always click on white lotus flower here on the Copilot and have it generate another option. When you click on this, it looks up their current database. But if you click on this, it starts to create, it uses 1 credit, but it starts to create something from scratch. So you get something a little bit more original, and chances are it has not been used yet. Again, this is the option that I gave it. I really don't like it. Again, the view is not what I like. I'm going to be happy and stick with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and copy another copy here. I'm going to show you guys a couple of things. So let's say I wanted this design here. I'm just going to click on the background remover just to see what it does. So it didn't do a real great job at it. You still see some lingering leaves or caddy leaves. Let's go ahead and click on that. And let's go ahead and click on upscale there. So we're gonna upscale this. This makes the lines more predominant. A lot of times I've seen the background remover work out better by doing it this way, since it knows more of what to remove. So it still didn't do it. Still not the, oops, okay. Still not quite what I wanted to do. So let's go ahead and click here, and we're going to generate another plant. So let's go ahead and let's see what that populates. Technically, I could have probably used my eraser tool and clean it up. So I'm not sure why that did that, but let's go ahead and populate this again. Sometimes it does that. Maybe there's just a lot of people using the bandwidth at the moment. So that is another option, but I'm going to redo this and go top-down view. Nope, this looks more like a succulent. So I don't want that. I'm gonna change flower to plant. These little tweaks in the phrases sometimes makes a big difference in the design. So make sure you guys mess around with it. Here's another one, more petals than this one, but overall it looks pretty good. Let's just try to upscale this. Let's try to background remove. All right, did a pretty good job, a little bit here. There is a little imperfection here with AI that I did not love. Along with this, that's what made it not perfect. So let's just change this again and let's generate another one. Sometimes you might have to use their AI a few times just to get the best results. Now this is a pretty good one. It's a combination of all this. I really like this one. I think that the leaves are perfect here, so I'm gonna upscale it. All right, and then let's remove the background. There, perfect. So no blemishes, everything is exported pretty nice on this particular image. I'm pretty happy with the way that it turned out. What I'm going to do next is just export it. I'm just going to click on download. I will remove the background. I'm going to name this one White Lotus, just so that the file names are consistent. And then you can go ahead and download your artwork. There you go. All right. Actually, I downloaded it twice. Next thing I want to do is let's go ahead and create a new design, which is going to be, let's go ahead and go with here, the text, and I'm going to choose. All right. So in this case, I am going to just use one of these paragraphs. Let's go ahead and take a look at their setup. Now, if you want a bigger view of this, you can go ahead and click on that arrow. You can go ahead and click on, oops, that doesn't make that bigger. But here you can choose the layout and how they have things aligned. I kind of like this right here. Let's go back. All right. So here you can go ahead and edit some of these texts. I'm gonna go ahead and ungroup this. I'm getting rid of that 01. I'm gonna go ahead and add in the text right here. I'm gonna keep it low text. So no matter the murkiness of our circumstances, we have the potential to rise above and bloom. Let's see. Now you can change this font if you like. Let's see what font I want to use. I think that's a pretty good font right there. So let's see, what if I did, no, I think I'm happy with it just like that. We'll just use some regular text. And I don't know if I'm going to be using this yet, but I like that setup right there. So let's go ahead and delete all this. I want to bring this here. I'll worry about the sizes later, but let me see. I kind of like it the way it is. I will worry about the sizes later, but I will, oops, I can go white notice text. All right, so actually I'm going to be doing, my bad, I'm going to be doing this in white. So that's one, you can turn on a back layer so that you can visibly see that, or you guys can just change the color and export it again. So there you go, white text. Let's go. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create our gang sheet for this design. Now, there's two different sizes that they use. I'm going to estimate this at a 5.5 and this at a 3 inch. So for the 5.5, I'm going to use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Let's say 16 large ones and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 and 16. So let's just say 16 and 10 is what I'm going to be using. So what I'm going to do is go to our website, transfersuperstars.com. You can easily use our Gang Sheet Builder Pro. In this case, I'm just going to go ahead and use the 36-inch gang sheet since I'm going to be doing a few prints. I can always tweak this later. So click on new. We're going to go ahead and upload our images. So there's a white lotus text and a white lotus. So I'm going to open both of these up. All right, so we'll click on that. It exported pretty big. Again, 21 inches is what I got. So it's definitely high resolution, which is the green outline, which is good. I'm going to create it at 5 inches. Just going to drag it to the corner and then duplicate this 14, 15, 16. And then I will duplicate one more. This one, let's bring it down to 3 inches, let's say. And then we're gonna make 9. Oops, let's go and click X on that. I don't want to crop, but I will make, might as well make some extra. And then let's go ahead and add in our text. Our text is at 4 inches. I think that's pretty good, but let's just do 6 inches just to make sure. You know what, you see that what happened here? As soon as I raised the sizing on it, it had a red outline. That means it's low quality. One of the things that I did not do is upscale. So let's go back to this image here, highlight that. Let's see if I can upscale it. I guess I can't upscale it because of artwork. So let me do this. Why was it small? Okay, so let's go ahead and bring it here back to our editor. And then I'm going to make this at 500. I'm just gonna grab this corner. I'm just gonna make it big, keep everything to scale. A little bit smaller, there you go. Now let's go ahead and download, no background. All right. Now this is one of the main reasons why I like the Gang Sheet Builder on our website, because you're able to see the actual resolution of the artwork. So you're not just playing a guessing game and wondering how it's going to turn out. You can actually check the resolution if it's good or bad right here. So now that I brought it into the Gang Sheet Builder, it is large and it should print fine. So I'm going to do a 6-inch print right there. I'm also going to be doing this at a 8-inch just in case I want to do 8-inch. I don't know exactly where I'm going to do it yet. I just kind of had a feeling that I wanted to incorporate this into the design. And if I wanted to do any other designs, I would go ahead and simply add it on here. But I'm pretty satisfied with the prints right here. So let's just double check that I have everything correct. Let me see if I can actually do a 24-inch design. Nope, it doesn't fit. It uses 2 pages if I was to do that. So going back to the 36, this is what I'm going to be going with. And at this point, go ahead and save your gang sheet. Go ahead and make the checkout here by clicking the checkout. Rename this whatever you need to name it so that you can always refer back to this on our website for some reordering. You can go ahead and click on that, add it to the cart, complete your checkout, and in about 2 business days, we'll have this printed, whether you guys can pick it up or we ship it to wherever you're at in the United States. It comes pretty quickly. So after you have this selected, go ahead and make your checkout and we'll send you the transfers. Let's go ahead and decorate. All right, guys, here are the results. This is our 22 by 36 gang sheet. I was able to fit a bunch of these patterns on here. Let's take a closer look. So I did rearrange it a bit from what you saw. I have a bunch of 5.5-inch designs. I have a bunch of 3-inch designs here. I made a couple extra these texts, the quotes that I want to add on. So I did one at 6 inches and I did one at 8 inches, and I just had an extra spot right here, so I did another one at 6 inches. I'm gonna see exactly where I'm gonna put that when we start decorating this, but I wanted to showcase how the transfers look like. Everything is really high quality and detailed. I really like all the edges. The background removal did a really good job with this. So next thing that we're gonna do, break all this down so that we can get this laid onto our sweater. All right, guys, I've got everything trimmed and cut out. Let's go ahead and do some placements here. We're gonna use our heat resistant tape. I got some inspiration to kind of give me a view of the pattern that I'm going to be doing. Again, this is pretty raw. I don't know if this is gonna be my 100% placement, but this will just do for now, for the time being. And it's art, guys, so it's not gonna be 100% perfect, but I'm gonna do my best. And then on the sleeve, I see there's a big one, a smaller one right here, a bigger one right here. There's a smaller one right here, right here. All right, and then I'm going to put my text right here. I kind of want it on the hoodie pocket. So after that, let's just say that we're gonna put this design right here. Okay, then there's a big one right here, and then a big one on the shoulder, and then another big one right here. Okay, and I think that's it for now, and then the rest is going to be either on the back or on the top of the hoodie. I think it's spread out pretty well. I'm pretty happy and content with these spots right here, so let's just go ahead and tape it all down. All right, so these are all here and aligned and in place. I don't need my laser. I can just bring it straight here and start pressing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the arms first. All right, now that we've got our arms set, we're gonna go ahead and do the rest of the hoodie. What I'm gonna do a little bit different here is I'm gonna use a heat press pillow. Because it has a bunch of pockets in front, I'm gonna go ahead and use the pillow to help make sure that there is enough pressure all around. I'm gonna worry about this spot first, and then I can always migrate and do the other spots after. So let's move that in. Make sure your heat press is compensating for the pillow. As you can see, it's extreme pressure. It took a while to get it through. I'm gonna go ahead and shift this padding pillow over here so that we can make sure that we get this one here on the right armpit. And then lastly, I'm gonna go ahead and rotate it completely through. Okay, it feels pretty good. It feels pretty flat. Since it's got little texts right there, I want to use a microfiber cloth just to give it a quick rub. It helps make sure that every letter is transferred through. The last thing you want at the very end is to not have anything not transferred through, right? Okay, so last part is the arm. All right. Now, what I'm going to do next is start removing some of the transfers so that we can give it a second press, get them all out of the way, and then we'll work on the other parts. So let's start off with the arm. Okay, let's go ahead and go back in there, and I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick second press. Now we're gonna use our matte finishing sheet. This is gonna give it a nice textured feel to it. So it's gonna give it a nice finish. See that finish? All right, let's go ahead and flip this around and let's go ahead and do a second press. All right, let's go ahead and do the main body. All right, let's go ahead and do the last part of this. All right, that's how the front looks so far. Pretty satisfied with the placements so far. Let's go ahead and finish off a couple more areas in the front. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a front piece as well as a small piece in the front, and then I'm going to go ahead and do a bigger piece. All right, I kind of want to bring it here. There is a cord that's in the way. I'm just going to go ahead and remove the cord so it is nice and flat. Then I'm going to go like that. That's where I want it to be. Because it's such an irregular fitment, I'm definitely going to use my cloth to kind of give it a quick rub. I want to make sure that it stays properly. See that? Nice and stamped in. Beautiful. We're almost there, guys. Go ahead and do the back. Let's go ahead and reference the back of the hoodie real quick. Go ahead and put one right here. I've got a few extra right here. But overall, I'm happy with the layout and the placement. Let's go ahead and get these. All right, so I've got all the placements set. Let's go ahead and bring it on the press. Let me do the other arm. A little easier to line up. We're gonna bring this closer towards that way. I'm gonna be splitting this up a few spots already, so it's fine. Let's just go ahead and handle each quadrant at a time. What I'm going to do is go inside the hoodie and shift it a bit because of this seam right here. I want to go ahead and place it as flat as possible. Don't worry about those lines. They will come off when you do a second, third press. But for the time being, just to get the project through, this is what is needed to be done. So I've shifted everything that I can There is a seam right here, but again, I'm pressing on a pillow, so it should flatten it out to a point where I'm able to actually decorate it like that. But it is a trickier task, and I do recommend using a microfiber cloth after to make sure that you rub down the seams. Okay. All right, everything is pressed. Let's go ahead and do a final peel. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and peel off this corner. So again, guys, I went over a seam, which is something I normally wouldn't recommend doing, but for a customized piece like this might be the only option that you have. All right, let's go ahead and do this part. Again, it's over a seam, so you just wanna make sure you got your pressure dialed down. Yeah, see, it's embedded really close to the graphic right there. That shows us a good sign. Ooh, that was a lot of pressing, guys. You could definitely charge what you need to charge for this because it is a lot of work that's needed to get this done. But I think overall it's gonna turn out pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and release. Let's take a look at the design. Let's look at the back first. Looks really good. The pattern's pretty even across. The front looks really good as well, really customized. As you guys can see the text here, no matter the murkiness of our circumstances, we have the potential to rise above and bloom. Now I'm gonna do one last thing here that I've never seen before, so watch out. All right, guys, you've seen me take off the cord here. I'm gonna show you a little trick on how to get this back in there. Then I'm actually gonna decorate this to give it a really nice finish. So the trick here, guys, is I'm gonna use a straw. This one is particularly from McDonald's. It's a crazy hack that you guys do not believe works. So just make sure that it is taped up so that it doesn't move like so. We're gonna go ahead and stick it back into the drawstring here. And anybody that's ever owned a hoodie knows how much of a pain in the ass it is to have to deal with these cords. You can go ahead and remove this after, like so, and boom, your cord is through. Now let me give you guys another tip and trick and put you guys on game. Let me grab a quick stool here. I'm gonna pull up here. Now what I have here, guys, is our UV DTF transfers. These are usually popular on cups, tumblers, glass, anything that is hard surface. This is what it is for. But for me personally, we have another trick here that we've been using to decorate some of our custom pieces. And I'm gonna be doing it on the cord here because it is nice and flat. And I'll show you guys what it looks like afterwards. Just mark it down. I'm going to do the other side. And guys, these are wash-proof, dishwasher safe. So as long as you're using a squeegee, it's going to stay on there and it doesn't wash off. We've tried it in the wash before. So you can use a custom font. Again, I use fonts that I got off of Kittl, and I just put rise above to kind of match the seam right here, rise above and bloom. And this is the outcome, fully personalized. I've seen some drawstrings that have personalization on there as well. But guys, let me know what you guys think. It took a lot of presses to get this done, but I just wanted to show you guys how easy it is to create a brand similar like to Denim Tears with some DTF. and not really having to worry about how easy it is or hard it is to decorate, because as you guys can see, it just took a little bit of patience, a little bit of some planning, and I was able to knock out this sweater that normally costs upwards of $250 plus. You guys found value in this? Let me know. My name is Phil. I'll catch you guys on the next one. What's up, superstars? If you guys have been following along till this part of the video, we want to go ahead and thank you for your time. We hope you guys also learned something from this video as far as putting a whole hoodie together like this. Now, we do want to announce that we are going to be releasing this hoodie. We've got some really fantastic feedback from some of our walk-in customers that really wanted this hoodie. So for a limited time, we are going to be doing our very first drop on this hoodie. Now, this is going to be available for just a limited time, so you want to make sure you check out the link in our description. I want to go ahead and show you guys all the details, and you guys have seen already all the work that is involved in getting this hoodie done. First and foremost, this is a premium hoodie. It is 100% cotton, and it is a high quality premium hoodie, not one of the cheap Gildans that you guys can see online where it will discolor, it will shrink. This again will stay really true black for the whole course of the life. Now, it also has very good material where this is stretchy on the arm. It's not tight. You've got a nice stretch on the bottom here as well. This is a size large that I have on. Let's go ahead and turn it around real quick. As you guys can see, this is the hoodie on top, some of the prints. Now let's go ahead and see the text that I have on the bottom. As you guys can see, this is the quote that I added here. These are the individually pressed designs, and of course here are our drawstring that we customized with Rise Above, and here you go. Each one is going to be custom, one of one, because each one is uniquely placed, but we're going to be doing a similar pattern like this to all the hoodies. It's going to be available size small all the way to 2XL. If you guys are interested, make sure you guys check out the link below while it's going to be available. Again, my name is Phil. I'll catch you guys out on the next one.